Hello, everybody. I'm Bruce, and I'm doing a project. It's applied statistics and analysis, and my presentation or my abstract is Kobe Bryant versus Michael Jordan. Who was the bigger ball hog? And for further continuation of abstract, I am questioning about there's an age-old question between many basketball players of how Kobe Bryant is a ball hog. I want to compare Kobe to another great player, and that perfect player would be Michael Jordan. I'll compare both players during their arguably best years that resulted in the best record in the NBA and an NBA championship. I will compare the shot attempts, field goal percentages, scoring efficiency, assist percentages, and finally usage percentage to determine my hypothesis. So let's start. And so you ask, what is a ball hog? Many people don't know this aspect, but 1 second. Fix that up. Sorry. So people question what is a ball hog, and there isn't a formal definition of a ball hog, but there are many characteristics in being one. It's a widely known term amongst the NBA. Many people know. All NBA players know. But a ball hog is a player who controls the basketball the majority of the time, and it gets to a point where it impairs the team. There is no violation for being a ball hog, but it's greatly frowned upon. And how to calculate a ball hog? Like I said in my abstract, I'll compare a variety of categories to figure out who controls the ball more and impairs their team. I'll do so by comparing shot attempts, field goal percentage, scoring efficiency, assists and assist percentages, and usage percentage. What do these terms mean, and how do they relate to a ball hog? For shot attempts, a ball hog jacks up a ridiculous amount of shots on a per minute basis. They want to do that to get their numbers. Field goal percentage, ball hogs will most likely have a lower percentage due to more shots shot and missed. Scoring efficiency, a ball hog attempts an inordinate amount of shots, field goals rather, in order to get their points. Assist and assist percentages, ball hogs care far more about their own points than setting up their teammates. Usage percentage, ball hogs dominate the basketball and the percentage of their team's plays. For this presentation, I'll be comparing the 36 minutes of play per game. The reason being is that on average, a star NBA player plays 36 minutes per game. Comparing the full game will create lower numbers for both players due to the fact that they get rest throughout the game. Using the 36 minutes per game statistics can give us a great insight into the true production of the league's best. Alongside of this, I'll keep in mind the PER, which means player efficiency rating. It's a measure of per minute production in comparison to the league average is around 12 to 13, depending on what year it is, but that's about up to date in 2013. So why I decided to compare Kobe to Jordan? Kobe and Jordan, what they both have. They both have same style of gameplay. They both love to compete. They have the passion and desire and drive to win. They both went on the court and gave it their all. As you see the lower left picture, right here, they both celebrate the same way. And this is just a picture that was like photoshopped, you would say, Kobe during his prime and Jordan during his prime. And people love to see them compete against one another, so people make up pictures. Thank you for the internet for that. And I guess streetball.com take credit for that. Comparing arguably the best seasons. For Kobe Bryant, like many seasons are best, whether it's with Shaq or with him and Powell, or so be it. But I think the best season he's recently had was the 2008-2009 season. The Lakers were the Western champions. They're also the Finals champions. Kobe Bryant was the Finals MVP, and as you can see, December 25th, they broke a record, the Celtics record, the winning streak. Another record on February 5th, another record on the 8th. And they had the best record in the NBA at 65 wins and 17 losses, which yields a .793 out of 1%, which is amazing. It's more than 3/5. It's almost 4/5 rather for winning. NBA All-Star Game, Kobe Bryant was named co-MVP. If I remember correctly, the other MVP was Shaquille O'Neal, who played with the Lakers and then left to, I believe, Orlando and Miami and maybe Celtics. I can't remember. I'm sorry about that. But on the 2nd of February 2009, Kobe set a record for most points scored in the game at the modern Madison Square Garden at 61 points. That's in New York, obviously. If I remember correctly, 2007 area, 2006, he put up 82 points against the Toronto Raptors, which is second best behind Wilt Chamberlain at 100 points, which is amazing. People say no need to shoot that much, but he did it. Kobe was named All-NBA First Team, also NBA All-Defensive First Team. He was Player of the Month in December and January, and he was a 3-time Player of the Week in that year, December, January, and in March. You can tell this is the second half of the NBA year, so he just stepped his game up. As for Michael Jordan, people refer to him as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. His, I think, arguably best season was 91-92 season. As you can see, the Bulls were the Eastern champions. They were also the Finals champions. Once again, just like Kobe, Michael Jordan was the Finals MVP. They set a franchise record with 67 wins in a season. It was later broken by the 95-96 team. That was at, I believe, 72 wins and 10 losses, if I remember correctly. Jordan scored 35 points in the first half to set another NBA Finals record for most points in a half. He had 6 3-pointers, also set a record for most in a half. Said before, NBA best record at 65 wins, 15 losses, which yields a .817 out of 1, which is higher than 4 out of 5. And he was the season's most valuable player, MVP. He was All-NBA First Team. He was the NBA All-Defensive Team, just like Kobe. And during that season, 91-92, he was the points per game leader. I'm not sure what the points were. I can't remember. I think it's around the 30s, like low 30s, like 30 to 33 area. I have it someplace, but all right. Oh, it'll be here actually. Let's see. He had let's see, 27.9, I believe. Maybe that was it. I'm not positive. I thought it was in the 30s. But as you can see here, for this top, it shows like games started, minutes played, field goal attempts, etc. Kobe Bryant is the second line here. He was 30 years old. He started all 82 games. Minutes played, almost 3,000. Field goals, he almost made 10. Give or take couple points. He attempted about 20 shots. He made a little less than half. I'll get into that more. And for Michael, he only started 80 games instead of the full 82. And those are his stats. If you go down to the next column, or next row, these are a little more stats about free throws, offensive rebounds, defense rebounds, and total rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, personal fouls, and points. As you can see, points here. Here's the NBA average. Well, this is for Kobe rather. Kobe's at 26.8 points, with the league average is 13.4 roughly. Jordan, he had 27.9, which is about 0.9 points more, but the league average is a little higher, but I'll get more into that later. These are advanced statistics, the same concept here. The average player during the season, followed by Kobe Bryant, and then next is the average player here of 91 season, followed by Michael Jordan. So these averages are during their best years, which I believe is 91-92 for Jordan and Kobe 2008-2009. You can argue with that, but this is just a quick comparison because they both accomplished almost the same stuff. Here's more statistics like offensive wins, defensive wins shared at 48 minutes, turnover percentages and whatnot. As you see, same concept. Average here, followed by Kobe, and then average for Michael, and then Michael's points. Well, average for Michael's year, rather. All right, shot attempts. Kobe shot 20.8 shots on average on a 36-minute basis, whereas the NBA average is 11.5. Jordan shot a little more at 21.1 shots on average on a 36-minute basis, whereas the NBA average is a little higher than when Kobe's was, his NBA average at 12.3. What this shows is that Jordan takes an average of 0.3 shots more than Kobe, showing the ball would be in Jordan's hands more so than Kobe's. However, this is too close a number to see who's a bigger ball hog. You could say Jordan's bigger ball hog because he shot more attempts, but that's not entirely the case, as I'll prove later. Alright, here's a graph, a simple bar graph, and somewhat of a line graph included, in Kobe's field goals compared to his field goals attempts. This is not points, this is field goal attempts and field goals made. This top black line, that's the trend line for field goals attempts. And the attempts is all the red bars, these red bars, where he peaked at around 38 attempts which yielded about 18 points or so. 18 field goals made, rather, not points, like I said. The blue here is the field goals made. You can see it's not consistent. However, the consistency lies in the trend line from beginning to the end, which includes the playoffs from 82 games plus. He went a little under 10 to a little bit above 10. That's for field goals made. Here, like I said before, this trend line for the field goals attempts was a little above 20 to about between 22, 24, we'll say 23, maybe point something, but close enough. For the average for field goals attempts, that's the purple line. That's about a 12, give or take a little bit. And for the field goals made, compared to the blue, is the green, which is about 5. That's the NBA average. So you can see he's well above it for both aspects. On to Jordan, same concept, but he has a greater increase as the season went on, including the playoffs. He spiked above 25 field goals attempts. As you can see, I'll go back. Kobe never made it to 25. For the blue, that's the field goals made. He started above 10 and finished about 13.5, 14 area, whereas Kobe made it just above 10. So Michael's putting up a little better numbers, as you can see, or better field goals made. The purple, once again, is represented as the NBA field goal attempt average, whereas the green is the field goals made. So during this year, the average of field goals attempted was around 13. Previously, it's about 12.5 for Kobe. And for Michael, the NBA field goals made, this is not correct, sorry. That line represents the NBA average. That's a little bit above 5, whereas during Kobe's year, it was about 5. Now, field goal percentage. Kobe's field goal percentage is .467% out of 1. And Jordan's is .519% out of 1. This shows Jordan made more than half his shots that he took, and Kobe made a little under half of his shots that he took. Also knowing the stat, Jordan has better efficiency, so when Jordan took that extra .3 shot tonight, as stated previously, it works out in his favor because he is making those shots. Now, Kobe's points to field goal percentage. The blue represents the field goal percentage. On the right, you can see the scale for that. On the left is the points, which represent as the red bars. He peaked for points at 62. That was a game at Madison Square Garden. And for the linear regression, the top black line represented right here is the field goal percentage trend line. As time went on, including the playoffs, he decreased in field goal percentage. As you can see, that's not good. However, his points did progress. So either he took more shots or he just started making shots with the lucky bounce. So he started around 25, 26 area, ended around the 29 area, which is great. As for Jordan, he started, let's see, the blue is the field goal percentage. He started at a high percentage at we'll say 0.78 that peaked, and it continues to decline. That's not entirely great, but you can see his trend line also decreases. It goes under the 0.5. It started above 0.5, which is great, but then dips under 0.5, so he's making less than half, but the average will be about the 0.5, so he makes about half his shots. Whereas his points increased throughout the year, which is great. He went above 30, and that's perfect. He contributed to his team. Scoring efficiency. This shows reasons why a player shoots the amount they do. It shows how many field goal attempts a player needs in order to produce points. The formula I will use is the amount of points in the season divided by the amount of field goal attempts. So as you can see, it's PTS divided by FGA equals scoring efficiency. For Kobe, he had 2,201 points divided by the 1,712 attempts he took, which yields 1.29 points per field goal attempts. The average during this time was the 1.16, whereas Jordan, he scored more points at 2404, but he did take more attempts to do so at 1818, which yields a 1.32 points per field goal average attempts. He did score slightly than Kobe, and the average is a little less than during Kobe's years at 1.13. Scoring efficiency. This shows how Jordan is slightly better scorer efficiency-wise. For our better understanding, if both players took 20 shots per night, the result will be the points of field goal attempts, which we just got, times by 20 field goal attempts equals points. So if they made that 20 attempts, 20 attempts, it would be 1.29 times 20 equals 25.8. It wouldn't be attempts fully, it would be points. Because attempts would actually could be double that or even plus more because of 3 points. 3-pointers. For Jordan, it's 1.32 times 20 equals 26.4. So for an even better understanding, if both players played 10 games, scoring that amount, Kobe would score 258 points, whereas Jordan would score 264. That's a difference of 6 points. That's just 2 3-pointers. So if Kobe wanted to take 2 more shots beyond the 3-point arc and make them, that's the difference. It's a very slim margin, but with it, Jordan will have the advantage on Kobe. Assist and assist percentages. Kobe assist at 4.9, whereas the league average was 2.67. The assist percentage was 22.8%, whereas the NBA assist percentage average is 11.9. You can see he exceeded the average of the NBA. And furthermore on that, I found out that during Kobe's years, obviously more players were playing than back in Jordan's years, so it was about 400 plus players in the NBA, and during Jordan's time, it's about high 300s. That is a little bit of a factor, but not too many. Back to assists, Jordan scored 5.7 assists, whereas the average was 3.4. The assist percentage was 25.7%, whereas the assist percentage average in the NBA at that time was 13.5. Jordan has almost averaged 1 full assist more than Kobe. Alongside of this, their assist percentage has a slightly bigger spread at a difference between 2.9%. An assist percentage is an estimate of the percentage of teammate field goals a player assisted while he's on the floor. This formula looks like this. It's 100 times the assist of the player divided by the minutes played, divided by the team minutes played, divided by 5 because of 5 people on the court. That times the team field goal minus the field goal of Kobe, or the player. Here's a quick graph of Kobe's assist and NBA assist average. Just the assists here is the blue graph. The red line is the NBA average. Kobe peaked above 12 once, got to 12 twice, and 10 and above just a couple times. 1, 2 hit 10, and 1 time above. The black line is the trend line. As you see, as time went on and the playoffs came, he started to assist more. And especially in the playoffs from 82, which is about these couple lines past, the finals about right here, he assisted a lot. He passed the ball more, got his teammates involved. Whereas Jordan, he hit 14 once, exceeded 12 a couple times, once, and exceeded 10 a couple times while hitting it 3 times. His trend line is above 6 and decreases as time goes on to about 6. So you can make an argument that he didn't want to assist during the NBA playoffs or the finals, but this is too slim. He was just above 6 and finished around 6. You can't call that a ball hog. Where the NBA average is the red line, it's a little bit above, under 4, about 3 point something, whatever I said prior. Usage percentage, Kobe. His USG usage percentage is 32.2%, where the league's average is 18.94%. Jordan, his usage percentage was 31.7%. The league average is 19.07. Usage percentage is an estimate of the percentage of the team plays used by a player while he's on the floor. So the difference between Kobe's and the league's is 13.26. The difference between Jordan's is 12.63. Kobe still has more usage percentage, which means the ball's in his hand. This shows Jordan used less possessions with Kobe, even though the league average was higher at that time. Hence why I did the difference. Just to recap, his Kobe's column, Jordan's column, and determine who's the ball hog. Shot attempts. Kobe took 20.8, and Michael took more than him, 21.1. So you give the edge to shooting more to Jordan, more ball hog. However, the field goal percentage, Kobe's at .467, whereas Jordan's at .519. And the closer to 0% is worse. So Kobe is worse. So advantage, ball hog, Kobe. Scoring efficiency. This is the points divided by the field goal attempts. 1.29 is less than 1.32. Advantage Jordan, ball hog Kobe. Assist and assist percentages 4.9 and 23.8 is less than 5.7 and 25.7. Once again, Jordan in favor, Kobe ball hog. Use percentage 32.2% is less than 31.7%. Because the higher the percent, the more control of the ball you are. I know this is greater, but it's in less the sense that being a ball hog. Less for more for Kobe, which is less to Jordan, which in turn shows Kobe is the ball hog in the area because he has a higher percentage. So all in all, compared to Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant, Kobe will yield as a slightly bigger ball hog, but Kobe compared to an average NBA player, he exceeds in every single category. So shot attempts, Kobe. Field percentage, Kobe. Scoring efficiency, Kobe. Assist percentage, Kobe. And use percentage, Kobe. You can make an argument that he does have more usage percentage, which means the ball's in his hand more, which can produce these numbers. But he's a superstar. He will get the touches he needs. He'll get the points he needs because he contributes to wins for his team. So who is the bigger ball hog, like I stated? So with all this information, you can see that when Jordan had the ball in his hand, he put up slightly better numbers than Kobe during their best years. However, these numbers are not far off at all compared to the NBA averages. While the numbers are off by a few points between one another, the NBA averages are off by 10 plus depending on what category you choose. So if you refer to Jordan as a ball hog, it's only fair to say that Kobe is a ball hog or vice versa. They both are terrific players who love to compete in their own right. And that's about it. Thank you.